All right, Paulie. All right, gentlemen. We went over the rules in the dressing room. I expect a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all time. Paulie, these trunks here are a little high. Yep. Punches here are still good. Your trunks are okay. Obey my commands at all time. Remember, guys, I'm fair, but I'm firm. Touch them up.
Relax, Paulie. Relax.
As friendly as they have been up until this moment, because they are each earning their biggest purses, $500,000. The bucks stop here. The fighting starts. For the winner, there are more big purses ahead.
And Larry, there's an adage in the gambling world, late money, smart money. I just got a note from the sports book that there was a rush of late money on Paulie Ayala this afternoon. Ayala, who was the underdog for much of the week, is, as the result of a rush of late betting, a fairly solid favorite over Bones Adams going into the ring tonight.
Now, I would attribute that to the fact that many of his fans from Texas have arrived in the last day or so.
Texas boys do believe in betting. they believe in you. They will put the money up.
So Paulie Ayala, as you see, sets up as a southpaw. Bones Adams in the conventional stance. And Bones Adams told Emmanuel Stewart that he would want to be the aggressor and punch in this fight, as opposed to sitting back and waiting to counter Paulie, which might normally be the style. They bump heads once. Joe Cortez will be looking for head bumps as the fight continues. Bones Adams said to us yesterday, Emmanuel, I regard myself as the bigger man with the bigger punch in this fight.
You know what? And he's fighting that way too. He's not fighting his normal slow counter-punching, showboating style of fighting. He is actually establishing himself as the puncher tonight. I think the fight has the makings of being a very exciting, explosive fight.
Adams standing in on flat feet, trying to land big shots here in round one. Ayala stepping in, firing combinations, and then moving back up.
Ayala is not the puncher that you know, Bones is, so therefore it's going to be interesting that he's going to come in and stand toe-to-toe.
Well, Paulie loves to fight. You know, as he showed in the Tapia fights, he will engage.
Well, I think he's going to fight a lot more aggressive than maybe even possibly did in the fight with Tapia. First of all, Bones is not as flashy and as fast as Tapia was. Tapia was much faster and fought with a lot more intensity and speed. But Bones is fighting a lot slower.
Bones with a thudding right to the body.
Well, he's going to be a puncher tonight.
Crunching left hand under the chin by Ayala.
Oh, this has the makers of being a good fight.
They trade shots in the corner. Paulie Ayala going to the body with both the left and the right hand. And now he bangs Adams back with a left hand upstairs.
I think the speed is going to be a big factor. Ayala is a little bit faster, and everything else being equal. And then he's had a lot of experience in these type fights, too. Maybe the Texas money looks good.
No, leave me alone.
Can't drop them now. Got the water. Can't drop them now. Clarence. Okay, water. Look. You had the round clear. You let him out hustle them last 15, 20 seconds.
No, exactly.
Okay? You work the chest.
Okay? You already got his eye almost close, okay? So keep using that jab, but I want to see 2 and 3 jabs, okay? Not just one jab, okay? That's your main weapon. Your hook is hitting it. Shorten it out up a little bit. Don't try to go so wide, okay?
Late in the round, Ayala came on. Might have stolen the round on the basis of his rally in the last minute.
I'd like to point out also that Ayala has the same corner that's working with him that has been with him throughout his entire career, even as a little kid. Whereas
so amateur, professional, right on through, these are the same people who've always been there.
Same people, the same people with Don Curry. He's got some real good experienced people in this corner, and I'm quite sure he's very comfortable. in Bones' case, he's usually changing up a lot. And it's not the same people that he's had probably for the last few fights, possibly.
Well, you heard Paulie Ayala's trainer, Henry Mendez, telling him, you've already swollen the left eye of Bones Adams. Keep firing that right jab, and I want to see more of it. And indeed, they were working on Adams' left eye with ice in the corner between rounds.
Being that Bones is fighting a guy who doesn't get knocked out, so to say, and has a good solid chin, he needs to be busier. Start looking forward to trying to win a decision. Because if he's just going to gamble on scoring a knockout, he's going to find himself in big trouble going down the stretch in this fight.
Great right hand body shot by Adam. You must make an aggressive fighter pay, or you can't slow him down enough to take care of him.
Adams sneaked in a right uppercut.
Might be better off taking a count, but he was really jarred by that left hand.
Adams was lucky to stay up.
But that's being a fighter.
But the way it's going is just going to be a matter of time before that same punch lands again.
And he just landed it twice more. Once under the chin and once on the top of the head. And again.
His head is straight up. His head is straight up.
Paulie Ayala just ripping Bones Adams with left hand shots.
And you can see the difference in the physical size, but the fact that Adams is keeping his head in one position.
Now Bones gets Paulie back with the right hand and momentarily stops his progress. Adams is head clearing and he fires counter shots.
The problem is he's going to get hit with that same punch again, though. He's not being hit because Ayala isn't punching.
Adams survives.
And what's he going to do to stop Paulie Ayala's left hand?
Step around. Hey, you got to keep boxing. Land back in the shot off, step around it. Hey, right hand, left hook, step around. You got the shot off, and you put up and stand in the middle of it. Make him move his feet. Make him move his feet.
Work on that eye.
You hear me, son? Make him move his feet. Run your combination, make him move his feet, man.
Remember, if you hit him with that straight left to the head, he's going to hurt now because he's hurting. So start thinking up, okay? If you throw one straight, bring the other hand up.
The left hand really hurts Adams. And perhaps that's because Adams is not accustomed to being an aggressor, trying to be a puncher. As Jim, you mentioned before the fight, when a fighter gets into a big fight and he changes his style, it ain't necessarily a good thing.
No, it's usually a storm cloud, and it has been so far for Adams here tonight. Now, Manny, what does Adams do to try to slow down the momentum of Paulie Ayala's left-hand attack?
He needs to start boxing and trying to move around a little bit more and moving his upper body, because even when he's punching, he's leaving his head straight up a lot. He's going to have to start moving his upper body a lot more because the fight is still very close in terms of the talent. And he still has that advantage of being physically a little bit stronger. But from what I can see, going down the stretch, I think Paulie's going to be turning it on. It's going to be more his fight as his fight goes down in the last few rounds, if it goes that long.
So far, Paulie's quickness and aggression have been enough to carry the day.
And you see the experience in these type fights, too. I mean, you don't get much tougher than Johnny Tapia.
Well, probably one thing Paulie Ayala has learned from big fights is don't change your style if you're going against a good opponent under the spotlight.
Yes, he's fighting the same style that he always fights for. Bones is intended to sit back and be a big puncher. shots. Bones is winning this round.
Hard right hand to the body by Adams. And again. And the uppercut scores. And this is a big round for Bones. Now Ayala scores with a big right hand of his own.
With the punch in the hand of scope. Let go. Scope.
Adams able to stick his right hand straight up the middle.
Interesting. After